We'll rest first because our energy is kind of like we're kind
Mine is just fine.
No, it's not.
It is. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to OzzyPinoy Traveller. Today's the first in our new series. You're gonna love it. We're gonna give relationship advice.
Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. OzzyPinoy Traveller. I'm Sir Ozzy. This is Kit Kat. Today we start our first in a series of videos we're going to do on relationship advice. So we're going to be covering things on interracial relationships. Can you say interracial today? I think we can say interracial. I don't think it'll probably offend some people, but who cares? If you're offended, don't watch our channel. We don't care. So interracial relationship. In case you hadn't noticed,
it's true. It's interracial.
it is, but people get offended by the silliest things.
What?
And in case you hadn't noticed, Kat's Asian.
Yeah, we have different race, so I don't get it.
You might not have noticed, but yes, we are both from different countries and we're different races. So like I'm white boy, she's Asian. It's just like, it's been a secret. We've kept it under wraps for a while, but it's time you all knew. Then we're going to talk about long distance relationships, scammers, the creeps from the West, because there are a lot of those dudes, trust me. We've seen those on the planes and I've seen them here. Options on where to meet Filipinas and for Filipinas to meet the Western guys. Meeting up for the first time, how you're going to go about that, the logistics and everything. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Expectations, what you're wanting from a relationship if you're looking at getting into a relationship with someone from another country. Family, what you do to find yourself in a bad situation. A whole bunch of stuff we need to cover. We can cover all that, but not in one sitting. This is going to be like a playlist, and this is the first in all of them. So we should start now because it's going to take forever. Yeah? Alright. We should be starting with, I suppose, the expectations, but we're going to do that for number 2, because number 1, I think it's a very important thing. And for me, I think it's number 1 on the list. What is it? You don't know. No?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Knowing.
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Right, if you're
No expectations.
No expectations. Filipinas, if you're looking at getting into a relationship with a guy from the West and you're on your Filipino Cupid or all the other dating sites or whatever you do to meet up, be aware that there are a lot of creepy dudes out there that are going to hook up with you. They are going to spin you a bunch of nonsense just to either get into your pants and never ever have any intention of bringing you out of the Philippines. They come over there and they've got a string of girls lined up, or the serial sponsors that just want servants and sex slaves. You want to keep away from these guys too. So you just got to be aware this does happen. It happens a lot. We've seen it firsthand over there in Australia. I know of stories here, and it's ridiculous. You don't have to put up with it. Yeah? You would have come across some creeps when you was like out trolling for a man? Huh? There would have been some creeps online?
Rapey. Oh,
Alright, as soon as a dude asks you for naked pictures, that's it, cut him off. That's not a man you're going to marry, because you're not the only girl that's out there he's asking for naked pictures. He's asking every girl on there, promising they're going to give you this, give you that. It's all bullshit. It's kind of like you've got the Filipino scammers too, that scam the men for money and stuff. I don't think I've ever been scammed much. But anyway, you don't have to put up with it. If a dude is there, he just wants naked pictures, tell him to take a hike. Go find yourself a decent man. There's plenty of decent dudes out there. I don't know where they are. I don't go looking for dudes myself. But I know they're out there.
No.
Alright, so if a guy from the West, a 70 or 80 year old guy, is hitting on you and you are 18 or 19 years old, rest assured he's a creep. And all the money in the world does not make up for him being a creep. Do you agree or disagree? See, Filipinos, oh, but it's love, it's okay, it's love, you don't understand. No, it's true. An 80-year-old with an 18-year-old is a creep. In fact, I would say a pedophile. Straight up pedo. End of story. Anyway, if you find that you've got a dude and you've been talking for a while and you end up meeting up and you leave your country, you move to his country or whatever happens and you're up with some dude and then he starts being abusive, and it's like all you are is his sex slave or his servant to clean his house and wipe his dirty ass because he's too fat and old and lazy to do it himself, get out. You don't have to put up with it. There's other people out there, and if you're in a Western country, a lot of our countries like Australia, America, places like that, we all have laws to protect you from these people. You don't have to put up with an arsehole. Nobody does, and that goes for dudes too. You have to put up with a bitch. I do. Because I like the drama, but
I like the drama.
if a dude speaks to you like garbage, leave his ass. If he ever hits you, call the police, have him charged, take all his shit. Yeah?
Kinda like, this is so kind of like very negative.
It's not negative, it's a protection thing. No woman anywhere in the world should put up with garbage from a man. Or another woman if you're like flicking that way. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or woman, with a man or a woman. Don't put up with violence, and it doesn't matter if it's physical or emotional violence, abuse. Do not put up with it, you don't have to. Be very careful who you talk to, who you meet up with, because there are a lot of scammers on both sides of the fence. Remember on the plane I was going to punch that big fat dude out because the way he had a Filipino wife. I assume it was his wife. They had a child. I'm assuming it was his. Maybe it wasn't. I don't see how he could have. He was that fat and disgusting anyway. And this poor little Filipino, she was only probably maybe 20, 21, 22. And this guy would have been in his mid-40s, weighed about 300 pounds at least. At least. And the way he spoke to that woman, get up, get me a drink, go me this, get me that, back at the airport, I'll get the bags, and making her carry all the bags, this tiny little girl. And this big fat slob just barking orders at her like she was just a piece of crap. Only it was in the airports. If he'd been out in the street, I'd have knocked this guy out. You do not speak to women, you do not treat people like that. End of story. But in the airport, if I knock him out, guess what? No fly for me. How do I get back to the Philippines? So, buddy, if you're watching, you big fat slob, remember my face if you saw me on the plane? You're lucky I didn't clean you up, matey. You're a piece of and that woman is going to figure it out one day, and she's going to figure out the laws in our country, and she's going to leave your big fat ass. And I hope that you've got money and you've got a house, and I hope she takes the whole lot from you. That's what you deserve, and any other fellas like you. Don't take shit. That's all I've got to say. What do you got to say on the matter? Anything to say?
Nothing.
Kat's got nothing to say.
No,
This would be a first. Alright, we'll put some numbers down the links below if you're a Filipino and you're living in Australia. I can't help you guys if you're in America or England. You're in Australia though, and you're in an abusive relationship, or some bloke's keeping you hostage in your house and won't let you out or have friends or talk to anybody, and all he's got you there for is cleaning and whatever. There's some links below, some places and people you can contact. Get help, get out, take care of yourself. And girls, you might think you're in poverty and you're poor in the Philippines and living the way you're living. It's better than selling your soul to some disgusting old slob that is just going to use and abuse you for what? So you can have some money. No. You can do better. There's plenty of good guys out there. Don't take shit. Simple. Yep. Am I right? You sure? You can disagree.
Yes, you're right, I think. This is kind of like hard. I don't know how to do
See,
it.
Kath doesn't want it. Filipinos don't want it. They don't like confrontation. They don't like to put things out there like this. Whereas me, Westerners, we do. Right? It's got to be spoken about because you guys don't talk about it. And a lot of the Westerners won't talk about it because a lot of the Westerners are those creepy dudes, and they like to keep it hush-hush because they think they're on a good wicket going over and get a Filipino, and once they bring them back, and the Filipinos after a couple of years realise they don't have to put up with their crap and leave their worthless ass, they go back and get another one. It's got to stop. Break the cycle. And you girls are beautiful. You can find younger dudes. You don't have to get the old men. Break the mould, break the stereotype.
I don't know. This is.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. This video is kind of like very.
What?
I don't know. Very
Brutal,
serious,
honest.
Very, I don't know.
It's fine. There are good guys out there. Don't put up with rubbish. And I'm not saying age difference is an issue. I don't have a problem with age difference. Obviously, my wife is 10 years younger than I am. Or it's 16 years younger. But that's okay. It's not 60 years. 60 years I have an issue with. That's me. You guys might not, but I do. But at the end of the day, all right, forget the age gap. How you are treated is what's important. If you are treated poorly, get out. Get help. Told you there's links and phone numbers down below. If you need help, call those numbers. Get help. There is help available. Is that it? That's it for today. See, short and sweet. To the point. It's not fun today. Today's a bit of a serious issue.
Yeah, it's very serious. I can't laugh. I can't.
You can laugh, but today's serious. It needs to be discussed, and we'll discuss this in more detail. We've had a bit of a busy week and we haven't had an opportunity to really do any filming this week. We do apologise, but we're glad you waited for this one. And please listen to what we're saying. Well, what I'm saying, Kat's not saying much.
I'm not good at this very serious stuff. I'm good
See,
at
we'll cover all the issues.
fun and things like
Yeah,
that.
she just wants to eat KFC. I said, no, we've got important issues, topics to cover, and we're going to cover them. But this is a very important issue, and it's done now. We've said it. Pay attention. And any of you blokes out there want to treat your women like garbage, nah, you always remember there's another fella out there who's going to catch you out one day and he's going to knock your block off, buddy. So if you treat your woman like shit, expect to get hit. And lose all your shit. Yeah.
You're gonna lose all.
I'm gonna lose nothing.
You're gonna lose everything. Whoa, you're gonna lose.
So that's the important one covered. That's probably the most serious of all the issues. We're going to cover what to do in more detail if you do find yourself in a bad situation. A few videos down the track, but for now that was just an important one which I felt needed to be put out there because nobody seems to be discussing it. If you guys want to talk about it in the comments, or if you know of anyone that's had bad experiences or you've had some yourself, let us know.
What's wrong?
Coffee is life. Respect your wife. Treat her like shit, you're gonna get hit. Pokemon's gotta catch 'em all.
Subscribe now.